Here we are off to another Civ 6 game of multiplayer. I finally got one win under my belt after like 3 or 4 losses, or maybe 5 losses. But now I've got the basics of it. Now we're playing the No Quitters mod rules, which is a particular rule on the mod hard engrains that everything that's chopped gets only half the amount of hammers because chopping force is too powerful in single player, in fast mode, in online speed, basically. And you cannot sell units because that's actually also abusive. I've got my standard Brazil start in the rainforest. Brazil isn't that strong a civ, but it has some, I suppose, some rainforest advantages. In these multiplayer games, we typically have a limited amount of choices to choose from. And it turns out I have Brazil's choices. This is a pretty decent home base, I think. I've got 3 luxuries near my capital of coffee, dyes, and mercury. Got the banana too. I don't have any farming, so I'm just going to go pottery into irrigation so I can irrigate the banana, I can irrigate the coffee, and I can irrigate the dyes. Or plantation is. And looks like there's a barbarian camp right next to me. In Civ 6, in this mode, the special No Quitters mod and map, you'll always have iron horses and oil near your capital. Every single player out there will have that. So settling where I stand, I think, is probably typically recommended. Pedro's strengths are building districts near jungles. That's probably the only thing that'll be relevant here. The street carnival is going to be slightly better. In fact, that's a unique district, so I can build carnivals everywhere, which is actually kind of powerful. Any civ with a free district is okay, really. Wow! Barbarian camp right there. That's kind of unlucky. And the scouts already reported in. He's like, yo! Barbarians, we found a base. And I'm like, Smash scout. Maybe I'll build a slinger before my builder. I actually can't improve many things yet, so I'll just go slinger first. Mostly because of this barbarian camp. Looks like it's possible that any direction from my capital might be able to be settled. So I've got that going for me. Looks like that warrior is going to be coming for me, probably. Very rainforesty, which is good as Brazil. I'll be trying not to chop down the rainforest, since they provide adjacency bonuses for my tiles. And they're not bad tiles. 2 food, 2 production. No, that's because it's a rainforest on a hill. That's a good base tile. I might not need to improve very many of my tiles. Already found a second continent. Double recon, production. That silk isn't in my capital's borders, but it's nearby. Looks like this might be a good spot for a settlement then. And so the barbarians begin. Can't disrespect the barbarians when they spawn right next to you. Looks like this is a good spot for a settlement. That's going to be a lot of coffee. I'll probably build settler next, and it's a good, near to the capital, along a river, a lot of luxury tile. Can start planning out my cities. That'll probably be my campus. Next to 2 mountains, next to a lot of rainforest. It's gonna be a good city. good. It'll be a good city and a good district. Brazil has the best coffee. Is the second continent Eureka bugged? I seem to get it quite often without finding one. No, as it turns out, there are... as it turns out, my city is right next to another continent. On Pangaea especially, continents are separated every so often. I think I probably started the game actually finding another continent. It's just right next to my capital. It's like, aha, that's a continent. Ooh. Ooh, doubles the terrain yield of all adjacent tiles. Fours del pun. Interesting. Oh, you might also notice that the Eurekas aren't popping up. That's by design. Because in multiplayer, it can be annoying to try to get rid of those notifications. Man, it's a 3 food 4 production tile. Oh my goodness, these barbarians. I actually have to say that this is pretty unlucky. I think I'm gonna have to not escort the settler. It's really bad too, especially since I see a scout nearby. Can't not do that. Also, I'm surprised I didn't find them somehow. Need more slingers. I think this is going to be worth building like a city just not near water at all. Go ahead and plunk one down over there. Plunk one down. Maybe near the coast. Yeah, that spot right there. That's pretty good. I'm gonna have to rush for that one since my neighbor would probably think that that tile is really good too. I'm not very pleased by having to have my scout escort this, but my barbarians are making me have to like go that way. And I think I'm gonna build a settler pretty quickly again, because I really want that spot. And eventually I will be able to build an aqueduct here near the mountain. Jeez, these barbarians. I did meet another civilization. Didn't give me credit for it. Oh well, I'll find them again. Well, this city here will be able to gather every single one of these awesome tiles. It's gonna be a really good city. Double production? Yowza. As long as I can get some housing there, since it'll have so much food. There they are. Oh, well, if he takes that spot, I don't know, man. Our relationship might not be very good. He's gunning right for it. If I had stuff to kill the settler with, I certainly would. Well, now I have to decide where I'm going to put this settler. 1, 2, 3 hits that dies. 1, 2, 3 hits that mercury. That's ivory, so I think I'm going to have to try to settle down here. That means getting more slingers. I should have taken the anti-barbarian policy. The lack of pop-ups throws me sometimes. I will get the improved 3 tiles and then I can switch to the anti-barbarian policy. Oh man, I actually lost a guy. That's terrible. Barbarian's smart. I suppose I'll send the settler up there because I probably won't end up taking that settle spot because he's going straight for it. However, if he happens to go another direction and there's enough space, maybe I'll go settle there. The slingers serve 2 purposes. First of all, to deal with this barbarian force. Second of all, because they might be useful later. I think I'll go campus next building. This might be a really bloody start. Well, we killed 3 barbarians. That definitely happened. Archery is also really good. I can actually move the settler out because... Didn't I take the promotion for woods and reinforced? That must be a hill, that's why. Man, still a lot of barbarians. So where was I thinking? Somewhere over here. If this warrior goes and takes that, I can take it back. Oh, need iron working, bronze working, in order to take down that thing. I forgot. Let's see. More slingers then? Trader? I wonder where that settler is going. That's a decent settle spot. But that would be a bit too much. Okay, he basically settled exactly where I would have. 1 space to the right, but he has a little bit more scouting info than I do. It's a really good city. I am definitely jealous of it. I envy the lands. I hope this slinger doesn't die to this slinger plus warrior attack. I do have the +5. Seems unlikely. 73? Nah. What? That's enough? Wow. Man, lost 2 slingers. That's really bad. They must be like barely enough. Oh my goodness! Despair. Why did you have to scout this way, Barbarian? Why not scout southwest? Alright, we're in desperation mode. Is this Greece also? Oh man. Stuck between a Greek and a Greek place. So there's still possibly territory over here. Man, I must be severely underestimating these barbarians or something. Keep doing more damage than I think they will. Oh, that's true. How did I not get a horse? I thought you were guaranteed a horse. Well, maybe it's because, like, the Brazil... maybe because Brazil overrode it. Because Brazil must have rainforest. And then if you must have forces, it's like, what wins in between must have horses and must have rainforest? I don't know, that's just speculation though. Anyway, gotta get that campus up. Plus 5 campus, it's pretty good. There might be room for an expansion up there too. It looks pretty obvious that I'm not on a side this game. I'm gonna be near a middle. Oh, did I make the map wrong? Oops. Everyone should have like a... Everyone should be able to see it too. I blame everyone. So this is just a normal Pangea map. I mean, I didn't actually see. No, you don't need to set the start position to balance, never mind. This is correct. It's because the NQ map is always set unbalanced. I probably did set it correctly. Well, Brazil has some great campuses, that's for sure. Oh, select balanced? My bad. I'm dumb. I mean, I also just noticed I don't have iron either. I'm a failure at setting the map. That's my... It's my goodie hut there. At least I have a barbarian camp. Ugh. This city would be pretty pointless other than land, so I should probably go one southeast and then settle so that it doesn't touch as many tiles. Not bad as is, just has nothing as well. What's a city? Cities are useful in one way or the other, I'm sure. Where's your cap? Why would you ask me that? I really want to clear this. It's kind of a game of chicken. Or a game of fast click, maybe. About 3. Ah, crap. This one doesn't have a move. So normally, everyone would start with horses, iron, and oil. But there is no horses, iron, and oil. Alright, we're gonna fast move into this. It's a race. Got him. Well, at least I have that going for me. Alright. I'll have to thank him for building such a great city for me. Maybe. Oh, he settled another one. Well, that's kind of good for me. The more settlers he builds, it means less military he has. Mine a resource. How likely am I to mine a resource? Am I just gonna go straight for that? Wheel, engineering, machinery. Needs my money. Wow, I haven't met 3 city-states either. I'm a mess. I would go exploring, but I think... I can explore a tiny bit, and then I have to circle around back. Maybe use the scout as a useful unit. Should you cap at 4 cities because of amenities? It's kind of useful to have a multiple of 4. 4, 8, 12. 4 is usually not going to win it in a multiplayer game. In this thing. 8 and 12 are better, but really you can't really plan for 8 or 12, so really it ends up being you just want to build as many decent cities as you can. And sometimes not even decent cities. And of course, as this is multiplayer, you do always plan for a domination victory. I'll do a little bit of scouting, see if I can get some more settlement lands. This can still branch out to be either a I'm going to try to take that city play, or it could also be I could also pivot. The more archers I build, the harder it is to pivot. A simple offer of silk for coffee. Coffee for silk. Also, he's got coffee coming up soon. I'm leading the domination victory, which is not a surprise. Probably built more units than most to counter this barbarian threat. But also because there's a particularly juicy city. I think I've actually set on my course now. Can't really come back from this. And I think I have to go all the way. This is probably the big move that you need to do if you're stuck in the middle. And I'm really gonna want to meet a 3rd city-state. Wait, did I even find... I haven't found a single one, have I? Oh, I'm gonna have to actually just hard research that. Watermill is good, but I think I might need heavy chariot. It's gonna be a unit fast enough to make it over there. I've got a spot over here that I should probably settle. Well, no, because the die's already in the range of the capital. So is this thing. So as you can see from my technology tree, it is really focused on getting exactly this. Man, Pedro's up to something. Don't be afraid to settle right on top of resources. It adds them to your empire. I'm aware of that. I get that advice a lot for some reason. Most of the time, the reason why I don't is because because those tiles typically have very good production. I usually want to settle next to them. But yes, there are pros and cons. I think I can go one more archer and have it make sense. And then over here I need one fighter unit. Alright, so right after I finish these units, I'll probably switch over to... Also, I probably somewhere should have switched over to Agoge. I lost out on a lot of production. I'm a little bit scatterbrained here. Alright, time to back it up with some production. But after my conquest, I have some stuff to do still. Man, it's tough to get past all these hills as well. Oh, look at him. He just bought a bunch of tiles. Man, you really afford to use your money in that way. Those are expensive tiles too. There's 3 away. Well, that's good for me. Less money to buy units. But with this big a commitment to military, I obviously have to... You win or you die, basically. But I'm certainly set up to win. I wonder if Greece will tip off Greece. An awfully big military going your way. All land melee units gain +4 combat strength. Melee units. War. Unit maintenance reduction. +2 influence since I haven't met any. Strategos. Oh, hoplite. Greece does have a pretty fast, good unit. Let's see, start making sure that stuff is right. So that's a hills, which means since this is here, I can shoot from these 3 spots, and that's land, so I can shoot from these 2 spots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tiles to shoot from potentially. Probably should pick off that hoplite. And I'll have to try to make sure that my vision is limited here. Try not to let him see the incoming. I think I have to go to the library behind this. I'm not sure I'll be able to push further than Knossos. That's all I'm really going for. Oh my gosh, Greece has even more land over here. I actually should go trader, so I can, I'm actually going to get the construction technology pretty fast for games and recreation. Plus, campus district adjacency bonus. It's gonna be quite good for me. Greece has declared war on China. Which Greek? This one. Huh. Well, that's good news for me. Uh-oh. Is the gig up? Yeah, you got me. Kinda need Knossos. If you want to hand it over, I want to attack. Oh. Preemptive war by him. Okay. Let me look up a special unit here, Hoplite. Plus 10 combat strength if there's at least one adjacent Hoplite unit. The Hoplite skulls are to stay near each other, apparently. Otherwise, I think they're the same? Yeah, they're the same. Oh no, they have plus 3 on me. No, it doesn't. It's the same. 25 base strength.